I'm gonna take a guess here. Is this Artemis?
I believe so.
You do.
She also shows up in 3, or 3 and 2. And she's a lot more active in 2, actually.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
So, while we're heading into the end here, one thing I do want to point out is, like,
Several, really. Anyway,
we haven't even really been switching weapons that much, but you do get a sense of how different the game feels each run. Like,
Yeah.
they really do mix up, like, either maybe you're really melee heavy with, like, that one run where Josh had the really heavy hits, but he was real slow. Other times you're way more leaning into your cast powers. Each run can be really, really different depending on what items you get. This can be seen as good or bad, depending on how you feel. It means that, like, if there's a preferred build you really love, you might not be able to easily get to it. But it also means that, like, the game constantly feels fresh as you're going through this. Like, every run feels a little different.
That seems neat. Let's do that.
the power of the hunt.
Also, we haven't upgraded our cast this run yet. That's money for upgrading the room, right?
Yeah, the room, whatever.
Let's do another key.
You know what? I should play this. I say that for a few reasons. One is that I don't feel like I've said anything interesting about this game throughout this recording, and I feel bad because I know this game has a lot of shooters out there. So this is a piece of red meat I'm throwing them, is I'm gonna play this some. But also, I don't know, like, people always talked about this, and I was kind of like, well, okay, that seems like it's cool, but not for me. But I also thought that about Dark Souls. And then I finally figured out what the secret to enjoying Dark Souls was, which was that my wife had to do all the hard part. Maybe I can work out something similar with this.
It's just the edge I need.
Oh? Okay,
No.
I'll try
No.
that. Yes. I was already injured down to almost 30 anyway.
You and me.
I do love getting to a point where these two guys are just, like, normal schmucks and not mini-bosses. We're already almost there. You're making quick work of these guys.
Their attack pattern's pretty easy to... Oh!
Myself open.
Of course, I say that.
I mean, you're almost back to full health.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Okay. I mean, the thing that's doing critical right now is just our cast ability.
Time to hunt.
So, do you think part of the reason that this game managed to resonate so much with so many people, in terms of its characters, isn't just the design, but like the fact that they are these sort of like stoic characters that you could project whatever you want onto?
I actually... Okay, so I could write an essay on that question specifically. I feel like if I start talking about it at this point, I'm probably not going to be able to articulate my points very clearly. But I think that there's like 3 or 4 different things this game is doing that really kind of kicked everything into a high gear. But I guess the most generalized comment I could say is that a lot of the times with fandom, critical mass is a huge consideration. When you get enough people who are participating in something, that participation and like kind of the meta works become a part of enjoying it fully. And it kind of, even if the thing itself does not necessarily hold perfect appeal to you, just by having access to all of this other kind of interpretations, all this other stuff to kind of connect with, and all this stuff to be a part of, like getting positive reactions when you create artwork, kind of creating alternative headcanons, or like kind of exploring aspects that are teased that you can kind of like branch out. I think this game really did a good job of building like a booster rocket of appeal that then at that point like got it outside of gravity, at which point it's just gonna go on forever.
I'm curious whether, like...
Where did my fucking jewel go?
Over there.
There it is.
I'm curious whether Hades 2 ends up pushing that... he died to the trap. Whether it ends up pushing that up or not.
Oop.
But just imagine how different this healing would feel if you weren't using the quick hit sword, because it's 2 health
Oh
per
yeah,
hit.
if you were using the fucking the
Or the bow and arrow even.
bow or something, yeah.
Because you're able to like really heal yourself.
Coin for Charon.
You could just dash across the gaps.
Oh yeah, I can do that. More keys.
More keys for the stuff we're never gonna unlock.
Well, Rutskarn has to unlock things so he can play it. Using
Family
my
sharing
Steam
account.
somehow. Yeah. The only time you're allowed to play this game is when you're doing family sharing with me, Rutskarn. Okay, seem to have stumbled upon a build that works pretty well here.
That way, yeah, I can give you access to my library too, and you can play Brigand Oaxaca.
I'll admit, I do not own that game, so...
Yep. Or
I
the
imagine
Operator,
most of our library
Department of the
overlaps a
Devil.
lot, though.
I'm just scrolling through shit I've played recently.
I've got some bizarre
This looks
FMV
rad.
games.
Is this... Oh my god, this looks rad. Brigand Oaxaca.
Oh yeah, no, it's a lot. I think probably if I had to give you an introduction to Brigand Oaxaca as a concept, I am 99% sure that one of the 3 faces you could choose for your playable character is just male 2 from Iron Guard in Unreal Tournament 1999.
This looks like one of those, like... really big attempts to make a huge systems-driven open-world game with, like, no budget, but, like, in the best way possible.
Yeah.
Like, it looks jank as hell, but in a good way.
It's. I mean, if you like a good jank, I can't think of a finer vintage of good jank.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
Oh. Oh,
Oh, we got our Death Defiance, though. See, we're doing okay.
yeah.
Okay, now we're not doing so okay. You use the big guys as heal.
Yeah, well,
Sucks.
I've been waiting for those guys to show up. Now, where are my jewels at? Oh, no.
I like that you both you and the character were going like, nope, 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 nope.
Ah, Jesus.
Yeah,
What would you
really
say
like
is
this
working
build.
out best for you so far, Josh?
Little brat.
Oh. Helps if I don't stand inside her AoE attack.
I would say the healing thing is working out surprisingly well for him.
Yeah.
Just bring him down.
Oh. She did a heal thing. Okay. Or not a heal thing, a shield thing.
I enjoy the idea of referring to your crew as wretches. I think that that's a very tight way to refer to your minions generally.
Josh, you should start calling us that.
Are you my minions?
We're your wretches.
Banana.
Or should this be our name for like the audience? Like YouTubers have their
We
pet names for the
never-
audience.
We never created a cute plural noun for our audience.
Hey wretches, what up wretches? It's it's Campster here to talk to
Maybe,
you
like,
about Hades.
Spods for the Spodcast, that thing that we used to do like 700 years ago.
I don't think you can call your audience wretches unless you refer to at least one relatively sanitized corporate cartoon character with the phrase "step on me."
Oh,
Doing
this is gonna be
shit
it.
again. That's what killed me last time.
It's her end. Her rage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got her.
Not bad.
And I think I stepped on a trap.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Ancient blood. Achilles might know what to do with this.
Titan
Oh shit! Yeah,
blood.
Titan blood. Suck that shit down like Go-Gurt.
Unfortunately, we can't use the healing here because we're at full health because of our stupid curse.
Yeah.
How did you?
Dad's mad.
Store 8. Sell.
Can wash away my boons.
Oh, interesting. Well, I don't actually want to get rid of any of these things.
So you can go down to the bottom.
Gimme.
I guess we probably should have waited until we saw if we could buy health potions before getting healed, but oh well.
To enter the intricate chambers connected.
Now we get to go to the more helly looking place.
Prince decides to barge in anyway.
Hell yeah.
I barge where I please.
Is the narrator a character? Like, is that someone who's going to show up?
Who is
Just
the
like
narrator?
fucking Hermes?
Now we're getting.
Can we do a thing every time we play a game that lots of people are fans of, where we keep asking like fundamentally obvious trivia questions and not knowing the answers?
Ooh.
I want to create that, you know, MBMBAM play along at home energy, for people to just kind of hollering straight at the YouTube window.
sense could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
I'm only flame resistant, not flame.
Oh, yes, we demonstrated. Okay. Don't step on the lava. Red Scar, very important tip. Do not stand on the lava.
According to Malinaway in Hades 2, the narrator is Homer.
Oh, okay,
okay.
that makes sense.
And you know, people don't know who the real Homer was, so it could be the real Homer is the narrator. They could have hired Homer.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is actually a thing. Is like, who
Well, like, nobody
Homer,
knows.
the person was. Like, okay, so it's during like this Greek Dark Age where, you know, Homer's original compositions were not written down. They were oral, and they were transmitted orally for a couple centuries before they wrote them down, because nobody knew how to read and write in Greece at the time that Homer was around. So who Homer was, whether or not Homer was indeed even one particular guy and not just like a tradition of people who compose these things, these are all like, you know, open questions that may never actually be answered. Ooh, is this Hermes?
It is.
Onward.
How do you keep which names are Greek and which ones are Roman in your head?
I just know the Greek ones and forget about the Roman names all the time. Most of the time people refer to the Greek ones anyway, so, you know.
I do a thing where every time I read the Roman name, I just imagined someone like in the Forbidden Forest versus the Third Reich Centurion costume saying it really dramatically, and that seems to have worked out for me as a mnemonic device.
So, like, Zeus versus Jupiter, and Jupiter sounds sillier.
Jupiter! Hail Jupiter! Versus, yeah, Zeus. You know, Zeus. Like the god Zeus.
This mark, almost like a bat wing. In the name of Hades, Olympus.
Winnie weedy wiki!
I'm not even 100% sure. I can't remember. Is Hermes Mercury in the Roman pantheon? Like,
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, okay.
Now come on, we've both got places to be.
That does actually make me wonder how you would specifically
overwrite?
produce or pronounce like
Well, let's find
all
out.
of
Will
the
this overwrite the
Roman
one that I
gods
have, or-
in like a Roman,
No.
Let's go.
like using Roman pronunciation. Wow, it
But it
took me
makes
a
it-
long time to get to that very basic statement.
Jupiter. I don't think Mercury would change.
Gorgons.
There's not a whole lot that would like. So the big difference in Latin is V is U or W depending on context. J's are I's, and C has a hard K sound all the time.
Good enough to eat.
But then what does K do?
Of course, this. Well, I don't think they originally used K for like the K is in the Latin alphabet, but I think it came in later when the C was starting to shift into a soft C sometimes. Again, we're talking like Latin was spoken by people for like, you know, as a daily language for 1,000 years, so we're talking about something that probably sounded very different when people started talking it versus, you know, when people stopped. Let's make the cast better.
They must have lots of these upon Olympus.
And I mean, you could argue that, like, well, you know, people are still speaking Latin, a variant of Latin. You know, Italian is descended from Latin, French is descended from Latin, Spanish is descended from Latin, Romanian is descended from Latin, so... Where is this fucker? Do we ever get more cast abilities?
Yes, but that happens at the mirror. Which is why I was wondering why you went with the rapid cast. Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like you get more
Yeah,
cast charges
okay. I
at the
didn't
mirror.
realize that that would be like, oh, that removes the cooldown.
Do you want to meet Karen again?
Let's
Do we have a...
these. I was just gonna keep going until I die, but
You accidentally discovered an unkillable build.
yeah, I mean that is generally how this goes for me.
Alright, maybe we'll die here.
Maybe. I did almost die several times against Megara, and once in the first room here. I mean, I did almost die against Megara. I got the thing where I got resurrected at half health.
I can't remember. Does that get That does not get reset at the...
Yeah, is that a thing where I have to just buy it again in order to have another one?
I think it is.
Hear me on my authority.
Let's just do more bonus damage. That's cool.
Urge
Still alive,
to
by the
kill
way.
rising.
Skull crushers.
You wanna land sometime?
Decidedly not.
Whoop. Come on.
Just dash through the hole they leave.
Dash through the hole that they leave.
You know what I mean? Like go into the center of where they are, and when they start coming down,
And then
dash
wait
away.
for them to drop down, and then, yeah. Oh, hey, they take damage from the fire, too. Or from the lava.
Did we not hit time actually kind of a while ago?
Oh, we did. Well, that's what Josh is talking about.
Yeah, we're at 1 hour, 17 minutes on the recording, so...
We should find out how to die real soon. Maybe we die intentionally
means
to the boss once we get there.
That means Josh could have cut out at least one segment from this recording. Post in the comments which... No, please don't.
Flaming river.
We're at the boss. We'll just intentionally die to the boss.
Yeah.
God help us if we kill the boss.
Of unimaginable savage.
It's not a
Ow.
it's not a Hydra, but it's like a Hydra thing.
Hello?
This thing looks like the Hydra from specifically the Hercules platformer that was released to support the Disney film.
You know, I was thinking actually the Hercules TV show, done by that dude that is kind of a horrible person.
Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, Kevin Sorbo, who now just stars in a bunch of like weird direct to video fucking Christian movies like God's Not Dead and shit.
I cannot remember.
I
if
wish
there
the
was a
title
Aladdin
was
TV show
God's
that
Not Dead
Hercules
and
guest
shit.
starred in, or a Hercules TV show that Aladdin guest starred in.
Aladdin?
There's a cartoon Hercules show or Aladdin show that Aladdin
they
or
did,
Hercules starred in.
I think they did an animated series based on the movie that nobody watched because it wasn't very good.
Oh, Aladdin?
So I had to kill
They did.
all of these things. No, Hercules too. Didn't they have a Hercules TV show for a bit? Maybe
It was a TV show. Kevin Sorbo was famous for the TV show.
No. A Hercules animated series based
Based on the Disney
movie.
animated film.
Yeah. Like, I
Yes,
know
there was.
Hercules was a TV show, because,
He
like,
was-
the
he
thing
was in
that
high
that
school.
did that people still care about is that it spawned Xena.
There was
She was
in fact
originally like a
Hercules
side character
animated
on-
series based on the movie, and probably
was?
also one based on Aladdin. And I was just, I was basing my
Nope.
my guess on the fact that there was a crossover, but I guess it would actually make the most sense if there's a crossover because they already have both TV shows.
Hercules and the Arabian Night is an episode of Hercules that features a crossover with the characters from Aladdin. It first aired on February 10th, 1999.
Okay.
So what you're seeing here is that this was a load-bearing piece of trivia that I had, that I was trying and deeply, catastrophically failing to generalize into information.
My favorite thing about Googling this is the picture of Jafar having his arms slung over Hades, like, hey guy, we're gonna do an evil thing together. As if, like, Hades and Jafar are at similar levels of power or
Yeah,
evil.
like, Jafar's
Or
an evil
interest.
government minister, and Hades is the god of death.
I mean, Jafar's magic powers are pretty substantial by the standards of Greek myth.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess he turns into a genie.
So the thing is, like, a lot of Greek wizards and witches and whatnot just kind of, like, knew which herbs to use to do shit. So, if you got, like, actual, like, magic staff powers, that puts you at a pretty high echelon.
Josh, we were supposed to die.
Yeah, what if we just stopped playing Starfield and did a Hades Let's Play?
Good, no more heads.
I think we've said about
This-
15 minutes of comments about this video game specifically in the last hour and 20 minutes.
Should fetch me something good back.
Yeah, well, that'll probably be very popular on YouTube. Well, not very popular.
Have we
you know, as popular as our stuff
literally
generally
ever
is.
played a video game because we thought it would be popular generally with general audiences?
You surpassed my Hydra.
Probably not.
I mean, you know, I'm not saying we're not, like, catering to our audience. I'm just saying we're a garage band.
Oh, do we have to heal first and then unlock them? Okay. Well, you know what? We don't need this, because we can only cast once.
That's one less boon.
Cast deals 50% damage, why
Goes
not?
in, that comes out. Take me up.
All
Is
right,
there a
should we
way
call
to
it?
quit the game
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like,
you can come back.
preserve your
Yeah.
progress? Or
It saves.
Okay.
It saves.
Yeah,
Just
all
put
right,
this run
well,
here.
This has been Hades, a podcast about 90s
We're not gonna get
television
Josh's-
shows.
We're not going to get to Josh's takes on Elysium, which is a little sad, but
Oh, we're in Elysium. Okay, cool. Does Hades have domain? I guess he would.
The rare heavenly splendors of Elysium, reserved for only the most great of mortal souls, Spread forth luxuriantly all about the fire-stepping prince.
Luxuriantly? Really?
All right. Well,
So, yeah.
next week more Starfield probably.
Don't sound so excited about it.
We got to figure out what the aliens are about, assuming they're actually aliens.
Tune in next week when I'll definitely be telling you how far I got in Hades for sure.
Yeah. We need a Hades update segment.
Hades 1 is about the same cost as Hades 2, which is how you know it's good.
Wow. It is. I had to check.